This model is a bit special because, as it says on the box, it's a Jubilee edition. The model is in the colours of Kibag of Switzerland, and it's celebrating 5 years in business by Heavy Transport Models. Once the special box is removed, the inside is a standard WSI type of packaging, and after cutting the factory seal, the parts can be got out of the box. There are a few bits and pieces, including the box and fly jib, and it's always pleasing to see a model come with a proper set of instructions. For this model, it only covers the Palfinger crane, but it's very good for that, and it's good quality, and the provision of good quality instructions is surely something that every model maker should aspire to. There's very little assembly to do to get the model in a road-going configuration. There's a towing hitch with a crank handle that can be put in at the back, and the carrying box just clips into the fifth wheel. Looking underneath, the big 8x8 chassis is certainly impressive with the full transmission modelled, and the heavy grade tyres are mounted on good looking wheels. The Actros cab is nicely modelled with the distinctive Mercedes grille. The Kibag graphics are good, but there's no proper number plate. At the back there are metal textured wheel arches. The metal box has casting and painted details, and the lights have plastic lenses. The big Palfinger crane is a complex and interesting piece of modelling. It has 3-stage metal outriggers complete with smooth pistons, and the control console is modelled really well. The boom has got multiple rams and some nice graphics, and there's a small non-functioning winch drum. The fly jib is similar with thin wall metal sections, although as a modelling compromise the last few are non-extending due to the small size. Heavy Transport Models is a German dealer, and one thing they've specialised in is commissioning models in special colours. They started this in 2010 and lots of limited editions have been made, so much so that in 2012 they were awarded the Cranes Etc. Company of the Year. Out onto the Cranes Etc. test track, and the big Actros rolls very well. If we then pick it up using the special Cranes Etc. loader arm, and we see that the rear wheels are joined to common axles. They also float a little, so we can deem that to be representing suspension. And at the front the linked steering works, but the range of movement is quite small. Still, it's better than nothing, and the truck will drive around a shallow curve. Tilting the cab is good because it stays tilted, and underneath there's a detailed engine with the Mercedes-Benz name on it. But the main feature of the truck is the big Palfinger loader crane, and we can start to set that up by pulling out the outriggers. The ones located at the crane are 3-stage and they pull out easily enough, and then the ram can be rotated down. There are pins to pin it in position, but they're a tough fit, and the pads can be lowered by simply unscrewing. There are also small spreader plates supplied, and the process is repeated for the rear outriggers. Once the pads are down, we can open up the big Palfinger, and you almost need a crane to do it because the cylinders are really stiff. Still, that does mean they hold a pose, including holding a tower crane section at full reach. The crane also rotates reasonably well under load. Let's run out the tape on the main boom, and it's about 16 inches or 40 centimetres high. But we always like to go large on Cranes Etc., so we can add the optional fly jib. To do that, the assembly process involves removing the last section of main boom, and then replacing it with the fly jib assembly. Once it's on, it's got its own set of rams to be able to set the angle, and just like on the main boom, the sections smoothly telescope. So just for completeness, let's see how much the fly jib adds, and it's round about 6 inches or 15 centimetres. Once the whole crane is fully set up, you do get an interesting and impressive display. One other thing to check out is the fifth wheel, and it's adjustable on this model. So that means it should be possible to fit a suitable trailer. And here we have one of our old friends, the Not-A-Boom extending trailer. It clips into place, but if it clashes with the tractor, then you only need to pull the fifth wheel back a bit, and then it's fine, although the trailer does sit slightly high, so not all of the wheels are grounded. Heavy Transport models have commissioned a very good multifunctional model, and it certainly celebrates their anniversary very well. The Kibag paint scheme always looks good, and the details are to a high standard, meaning that overall this is an outstanding model.